Hello, welcome back to Wytchwood. My name is Ussur. We are off to collect 4 souls for the goat. A bear in the forest, there's a snake in the forest, a leech in the swamp, and the ox in the fields. Oh hey, goodies. Gotta get the goodies first. Alright, into the darkness. I picked everything I could. I don't trust this goat. I just don't. Okay, so we're going to the forest. There's 2 guys there to kill. But I haven't unlocked any of the other areas. Oh my god, it's so loud. Hi, why are you crying? Weeping maiden. You approach a young woman weeping sorrowfully into her palms. She catches her breath for a moment and looks out longingly over the placid lake. My sweet songbird, why have you forsaken me to a life devoid of your love? Tears well up in her eyes as she buries her face once again. Consider leaving this melodrama well enough alone, but something about the poor girl reminds you of the maiden slumbering under your house. You draw out a tattered handkerchief and offer it to the maiden. There, there. Dry your eyes, child, and tell old Granny what the matter is. Thank you, you're very kind. She takes the cloth and daintily dabs the corner of her eyes, swallowing the last of her sobs. She composes herself before sighing wistfully. 'Tis my beloved, such a sweet and romantic man with the voice of a meadowlark. I get it. He dumped you. Well, don't worry, there's plenty of other frogs in the swamp. But no, he loves me, and I him. Though our families would never allow us to be together, he'd come and sing outside my balcony every night. One night we both vowed to escape and meet by this lake. Her lip quivers. I waited and waited under the waning moon, even past the morning sun, but he still didn't reveal himself. Tough break. Maybe he just wasn't that into you. Woman snaps at you with sudden vitriol. He would never abandon me. We were destined to be together. She slips back into a melancholic gaze out over the lake. Even now I can still hear the beautiful melody of his lute coming from across the water. Or the dull sounds of lapping waves and quacking waterfowl, faint notes of some faraway stringed instrument whisper through the reeds. Oh, I hear it too. Maybe you aren't just mad in love. It's coming from somewhere in the middle of the lake. He's out there somewhere, I just know it. She crumples into another dramatic bout of inconsolable tears. Now, I'm sure it's just some echo bouncing off the shore. I'll go find where this tardy bard of yours has run off to. Okay. New chapter. The snake. Wait, is he the snake? Huh. I can't run, like, out that way. The music seems strongest on this shore, but even here you can't quite place the source. It seems to be emanating from the half-sunken ruin poking out of the lake's waters. You're that fool bard's hiding way out there. But I swim as well as hens fly. Suddenly some unseen voice chitters mockingly in your ear. Oh, hee hee, the musical man you'll never see. Spin around, but no one's there. Just a nattering laughter bouncing on the wind. Who's there? Show yourself, spirit. Elusive pixie, so I need unveiling powder, and then I need to catch it. Oh, so I have to do it right on top of the pixie. Damn it. Wait, do I have it? Yeah. Oh, it's telling me I've got to put it on my inventory. Take that. Added fairy dust. Snap your hand around the elusive creature and squeeze. Let me go, you knobbly pot. You're crushing the life out of me. You trifling little pest. What do you know about this music? Music? What music? All I know is the slapping waves and the peeping birdies. Your wrinkly old ears must be full of bugs. Don't you play smart with me, I'll pop off your head like a daisy. Ooh, you mean that music? It's the sound of the snakes traveling circus. I thought everyone knew that. Circus stays still, but the door's the thing that travels, you see. Right now the door's out on that lake. You'll never get in. Give the wretched sprite a good shake, and a shower of glittering dust sheds off its wings. Tell me how to cross the lake, or I'll make a necklace from your teeth. Only Fey folk can show you the way. Dirty fairies built a bridge. Keep all you big folk out unless the snake invites them in. You're a fairy, aren't you? Where's this bridge? Huh, we're a pixie, not one of those flamby-pamby mushroom herders. Besides, the bridge is invisible to big stompers like you. Creature peers over your shoulder and waves its tiny arms. Oh look, there's a fairy now. Why don't you ask her? You turn to look, but in your moment of distraction, the pixie sinks its sharp teeth into your finger. Ouch, you sneaky little blighter! Springing free from your grasp, the slippery monster chitters a laugh and vanishes in a cloud of smoke. You look down at your dust-covered hand. Fairy or not, the bridge must be around here somewhere. I agree. Humble basin. Perhaps part of a lovely plaza now, nothing more than a bird bath. I'm not seeing the bridge. So, let's go look-see around. Goblin? What are they doing in like a fairy... Yeah, that's a fairy totem. Okay. So I need dreadful dolls to take out the golem or goblins? How do I make one of them? There we go. I don't know what that ingredient is. Fields, hopper leg in fields, and what is that? A sewing kit, which I can make, I think. I need a skeeter snoot from the swamp. That's another pixie. I don't know if that's what I need or not. We're gonna explore a little bit more. Investigate the basin by the forest lake. I did. Did I not talk to it? Is that the problem? I'll go talk to it. Pushing aside thrushes and cattails, you find a strangely carved pedestal. It might be mistaken for a bird bath if you didn't know any better. As you run your finger around the edge of the bowl, the remaining pixie dust on your hand flakes off as if drawn in by an invisible force. Crude pictographs appear on the surface of the basin. They depict a coiled snake presiding at the center of some kind of festival. Directions on how to reveal the bridge are carved on the outside. You see symbols resembling fey dust, dancing fireflies, and bird feathers. Okay, I've got 2 of the fey dust. Now I need blue feathers and fireflies. Okay, so I can get the blue feathers here. I just gotta find me some bluebirds. There we go. Hi guys! Hey look! That's not at all suspicious. Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Okay, so I need to craft a couple more spring traps. Probably good to have them on hand. What is that? Boink. Okay. I got me some spring traps. I saw one up here, I thought. Hold on. A dryad. Weakness, a cinderbox. Okay, we aren't gonna mess with that. A pixie nest. Alright, we got our blue feathers. I need to go get fireflies. They were here somewhere. Alright, in we go. We've got fireflies. Basin begins to glow a soft yellow as the fireflies rise from the muck within. They begin to dance up and down, drawing circles high above the bowl. Glitter rains down gently, shimmering as it catches rays of sunlight. Slowly the particles trace the form of a bridge leading from the edge of the water to the center of the lake. You tentatively test the strength of the spectral walkway and find that it's as strong as if it were made of solid stone. So, we've got to kill the snake because he was mean to our sleeping maiden, but he's also mean to another woman. I don't trust any of this. People really like these parlor tricks? The snake would like to meet you. The snake's good to us. Almost hypnotic motion. I get the feeling that all these people are like basically figments of his imagination. I got a shiny stone and I think some fairy dust. Oh, very nice. And I go to see the snake. He really is a snake. Alright. Draped in glittering jewelry, the serpent stares intently into a crystal ball as you approach. Welcome, my dear. Welcome. I saw that you had come here in search of answers. Okay. I just came here in search of a bard. That's him outside, right? With the loot? Minstrel? Yes, he's working off a debt to me. All those folks out there seem a touch addled. What'd you do to them? They're all humble folk looking for something, just as you are. I'm here to provide them with my service in exchange for a bit of work. So what are you, some sort of carnival lizard? You're making quite the racket in my forest. Wizard? No, no, no. I'm a seer. A scryer of the hidden mists. A foreteller of fortunes, a keeper of secrets. Fancy titles you've given yourself. Sounds like you're nothing but a used cart salesman peddling your wares to the gullible. Ah, a skeptic. Step closer and let the crystal ball reveal its mysteries. Snape's voice drops low and seems to fill the tent with a heavy weight. I'm a helper of sorts, an unraveler of knots. I make the forgotten remembered. Feel the scaly touch of the slithering coils wind around you, but are powerless to move. And you have forgotten much. Snake's eyes swirl in a pattern you've never seen. Imperceptible colors collapse into themselves and fracture into kaleidoscope mosaics against the canvas walls. Voice speaks from far away. It takes you a moment to realize that it's your own. I've forgotten so much. Let me help you find your answers. The serpent's coils slowly squeeze the consciousness out of you. With a desperate push of willpower, you blink away from the snake's hypnotic gaze. Wait! Get off me, you worm! Wriggle your body like a sack of loose twigs. Despite your protesting bones, you manage to squirm free and tumble backwards out of the tent. I should have used my witch's eye on him. With your eyes open, you find yourself back outside the snake's tent. You pick yourself up from the ground and dust off your shoulders. Well, I guess that sly serpent has some tricks up his sleeves. I better come up with a plan for the next time I go in there. Festival patrons seem confused after your tussle with the snake. The spell over them was momentarily shaken. The crowds disperse as they fumble about in a haze. Now's my chance to get a word in with that bard. Maybe I can get him out of this mess. Strumming his lute, this strapping young man has a faraway look in his eyes. Is it wistfulness, nostalgia, or even hypnosis? Wander I may, but never away, for she I call my lover. To my chagrin, I stumbled in and met the gaze of another. Curious, I stared. I was not prepared, and this was my mistake. Blinding gaze, now I live my days in the service of the snake. Cry not for me, for there is she that might still see me saved. My spirits they lift as she holds a gift from before I was enslaved. A mirror, but shattered its pieces have scattered. If mended, we may be set free. Down the wishing wellspring, to the swamp's moonlit ring, and hiding within the pixie's tree. What's all this about a broken mirror? You gave it to that weeping maiden? Speak plainly, you warbling fool! No matter what you do, the poor musician barely seems to realize you're there. He just keeps strumming his lute and humming his mournful tune. Maybe that lovesick miss will know what he's on about. So if we use a mirror and reflect the snake's gaze back at him, no problem, right? Alright. What do you got for me? Oh, be still, my beating heart. Have you any news about my dear sweet love? I found him at the carnival, but he's been mesmerized by the snake. Unless I can break the spell, no one in that carnival can leave. The snake? Say it isn't so. I heard how he grants wishes, but only for a terrible price. Why would my love be so desperate as to consort with that charlatan? I haven't a clue, but he's stuck deep. The only thing I managed to get out of him was something about a mirror. Do you know anything about that? A mirror? Oh yes, it was the first gift he ever gave me. From inside her bodice, she produces a small cracked hand mirror. But one night, it slipped from my balcony and shattered on the cobblestones. I tried to piece it back together, but I could never find the last 3 shards. The song mentioned something about a wishing well, a moonlit swamp, and a pixie tree. Keep that mirror close. I'll seek out the shards and return them to you. Thank you. I should very much love to see it whole once again. So basically, this is like kind of Romeo and Juliet. Okay. So I need to go down into the well. I need to find that pixie tree again. Gnarled tree is littered with countless trinkets and bits of trash glued haphazardly together to form a glittering hive. You search for a broken piece of glass that could be the mirror shard, but pull your hand away at the last moment. 1,000 beady eyes peer out of the tree's knotholes. You know, your cackling voice floats above the others. You again, Kettlehead? What do you want now? Come for that mirror shard. Hand it over and I won't have to strangle you again. No way, we need the shinies to keep gross fairy folk away. But fairy repellent, best fairy repellent there is. Since when are fairies afraid of shiny things? Well, I don't see no fairies around, do you? But maybe we could work something out. Them smelly mushroom herders have been encroaching on our turf. Been building those stupid little stone shrines of theirs, and worse yet, they've been hiring mercenaries to guard them. So we can't go near them, but maybe a big stomper like you can take care of the problem for us. And then you'll give me that shard? Hey, if there ain't no fairies, we won't need no fairy repellent. Destroy the fairy shrines. Oh, God. Shiny stone. Okay, so I don't see it in here. You hike up the hem of the skirt from the ankle-deep well water and duck down to inspect the small damp cave. A pale shape quickly retreats farther into the dark space. You hear the labored breath of some pathetic thing frightened and alone. Hello there, don't worry, I won't hurt you. Bloodshot eyes blink nervously up at you. The creature gazes longingly at the light of the world above while simultaneously cowering from it. Poor dear, what are you doing down in this hole? I bet you're hungry, aren't you? 2 thin, malnourished arms twist out from the crevice. One hand tightly clutches a shard of glass while the other hand reaches out to you begging for food. Roast beast! We need some roast beast. How do I make roast beast? I can make a couple cinder boxes. However, roast beast. Oh, what's that? Witch spice. Boink. What do you mean, bonk? Oh, I need another, cinder. Okay. I need another cinder. Let's look at this. Weakness unknown. Well, I have to go find a campfire then. Hi. Oh, hello there. Sorry, I think I managed to get most of the debris off the road. Looks like you made a fine wreck. What on earth happened to your cart? Well, you see, I was sent on a very important mission by order of my captain, the bear. The bear, you say? What sort of mission? It's my job to make sure the lakeshore camp is well stocked with provisions, but most importantly, a steady supply of honey for the bear's favorite mead. It's just on my way back from the apiary with a cart full when a deer or something darted out of nowhere. Jostled my poor mule so bad that she broke her bridle and ran off. My own heart nearly leapt out of my ribcage. Piled the darn cart right into the ditch, she did. Now every barrel is smashed and I can't bring myself to report back empty-handed. The bear will have my guts for garters, I'm sure of it. This bear sounds like quite a brute. You don't know the half of it. If he doesn't get his honey mead, his will roll. Maybe you could lend me a hand. Can't very well put this broken cart back together. No, nothing like that, but could you take a message to the sergeant of the lakeshore camp? He's a reasonable fellow. Let him know what happened and maybe he can get me out of this bind. You can get to the lakeshore camp if you follow the road northwest of here. I need to stay with the cart and assess the damages. Yeah. I know, I need to go to the swamp first, though. I wonder if he's got some stuff. I don't want to mess with the doggy, though. Let's look at the map. Where's this woodcutter? Okay, he's farther south. Let's go see him, because last time I was there he had a campfire. And I destroyed it. Woohoo! A soot sprite! It is a soot sprite! Ha ha! Okay. I think that's what I needed for the well, though, right? Yes! Okay, so we at least got one. Here's a question. If I get this and come back out, will I be able to get more cinders from him? Because it seems like it repopulates every time you move from a screen to a screen. Because I need them for the cinder box. Roast beast. Creature snatches up the meat so quickly that you nearly lose a finger. It scurries back into its little crevice and you hear a satisfied munching from within. Mirror shard lays abandoned in the silt. Take it! Ha-ha! I need to change up my quests. Boom, that's 1 out of 3. I'm hopeful that by doing so I'll open up a quick travel area. Could hack some of this off with a good edge. It's just a twig. That looks like something I could catch. Oh, ran away. Oh! Hold on. Smoke pellet, logger's hatchet. So I have to hack them up, huh? Come on! Oh, I gotta do the smoke pellet first. Alright, how do I make a smoke pellet? I should have been given a recipe. I need lots of frog slime. I know I needed that skeeter snoot for something. Who's there? My eyes have gotten milky. Please come a little closer, sister. I don't believe we've met before. Why do you call me sister? I don't need sight to see someone who's signed a dark contract. Woman looks blindly through you, though you can sense her focus. Contract? So you've had dealings with that damnable goat too? What sort of pact did he rope you into? Oh, you know how it is. I was young and he weren't no goat when I knew him. We used to dance naked under the blood moon and raise the dead to frighten dull country folk. Ah, but it's ancient history now. Old age comes for us all, and eventually you've got to hang up the sacrificial dagger and settle down into the comforts of retirement. I know the feeling. I miss my cozy chair and little fireplace. Seems like a fine spot you've got here. Well, it's not all posies and pumpernickel. She clutches worriedly at the moth-eaten blanket in her lap. What's rattled your bones? Maybe I can help. It's my dear old husband. Handsome chap, though a bit clumsy. He had a tumble trying to weed out some swamp traps from the yard. Awful things like to snap at your toes when you're not looking. Anyway, he twisted his ankle pretty bad and went off to the sick house to have it looked at. That was a few days ago. He should have been back by now. Those legs haven't worked right in decades, so I can't even go check up on him. I've been so worried. I even thought about making another contract. Don't you dare. You just wait here. I'll go see him and... I'll go find him and see what his bother is. Thank you, sister. The sick house is down the road to the west. Careful of the critters along the way. They've got a taste for blood. Yeah, I noticed them. The leech. Oh, she's got a place where I can just collect water. She's got a little pump. What is that? A drake. I need a sacrifice and shears. Learn magic pace and sacrifice. There's some frogs up there, and I need frog slime for those smoke bombs, so... No, come back, Froggy. Oh, I didn't even notice that before. There's just some dudes with plants growing out of them. Embalming salts. Ugh. That's kind of creeptastic. Too tough to break alone with hands. No? Shears. A toxic thistle. Okay, we don't want to go much closer to that drake. That sounds like a bad idea. What? A stick totem. Well, if I hack it, I get snag vines. Oh. No, I need a snag vine before I can hack it. Oh. It's angry! Suspicious stump. Interact. Okay, so I'm gonna have to craft a snag vine. I thought I might have enough. Just took a sewing kit, which I'm gonna make another. Thick moss growing on the massive fallen trunk seems to recoil at your touch, revealing strange etchings on the bark below. Slowly, a spark of swirling energy seeps forth from the waterlogged wood, until an ethereal doorway opens before you. Rotten aperture. I don't know. Aha! There it is. Okay, I'm gonna go back and look at my map so we can figure out what I'm supposed to be doing here. The Darkwood. She said to follow it to the west, but I'm not seeing a sick house. Ah, there it is. So I need to go down here and then west. Oh, fuck off. What are those? Are those leeches? Weakness, spirit salts. Oh my god, look at them all. They're kind of penned in. To the sick house. Hold on now. The sick house is full to the brim with festering with disease. Don't you know there's a deadly plague going around? Plague, you say? This is the first I've heard of it. Oh, it's terrible. It affects young and old, the healthy and infirm alike. We're so swamped with patients I can barely catch my breath. So what are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be inside tending to the ill? Just got so many bodies piling up. Someone has to bury them before they spread the sickness further. She drops her voice to a whisper, looking ashamed. It's gotten so crowded I even had to dump some in the swamp. That seems unethical. Don't worry, the leech is inside, working her miracles on the other patients. They couldn't be in better hands. The leech? That's the doctor of this place? Best in the land. I don't dare think about how much worse it could be without her skills. I need to speak to her. I'm checking up on someone who came through. Sorry, I cannot in good conscience allow a person of your years to enter such an infectious space without proper inoculation. All the patients were low on medicine, I'm afraid I don't have any to spare. What's a simple booster shot made from, anyway? There's plenty of medicinal ingredients right here in the swamp. I'll go get them myself. It's a pretty basic prescription. If you bring me the components, I'll be able to mix and administer it. Then you can go inside. I need 3 milligrams of bug ichor extract, 5 grams of toxic thistle, and some lazy grass to numb the pain. Don't quite have everything I need. Huh, so that's how I get in to see the leech. And I can't even help that gal out until I do that. I need to figure out where the lazy grass is. Oh, it's in the fields. So I can get thistle and I can get the bug ichor here. I have a newt. I used my bait stick on it and it exploded. Alright, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna check out the lake shore. That's not the fields, it's not what we need, but we need to start opening some areas up. It's getting bigger and bigger and we've got more to explore. So we'll go report to the sergeant real quick. And we need to find the teleporter so I can just warp back here, because running kind of sucks. Oh, hi guys! Dingus. Hey, where do you think you're going? Dongus. Yeah, no one but us soldiers are allowed inside the lakeshore camp. Get out of my way. I have urgent news for your quartermaster. I need to speak with your sergeant. Urgent? Only thing that's urgent is the line for the latrine, or if the captain hasn't had his drink. That's right, Captain Bear's in a right foul mood. You can't come in unless you want a good thrashing. Guard almost has to shout over the clattering din coming from inside the camp. You heard him. It's dangerous in there. You wouldn't have the heart. Wouldn't have the heart to let a frail old granny like you near that beast. One guard turns to the other with a conspiratorial shrug. Yeah, but who are we to say what's good for her health? Oh, yeah, you're right. We might be convinced to look the other way if we was fairly compensated. Right, fairly compensated, of course. We'd be sticking our necks out after all. Yeah, I've got gold coins. Press 3 heavy gold coins in the palm of the waiting guard. I expect you two can divide them evenly amongst yourselves. Right, 1 for you and 2 for me. What? You mean 2 for me and 1 for you? I'm the one who does all the real guarding around here. Still, only for that game of dice you lost. You cheated me. Give me them coins. 2 guards fall into fisticuffs and roll in the bushes, leaving the gate to the camp wide open. Some blood. We'll get some, Okay. Yeah, he looks like he's losing his shit. As you cautiously approach, the bear drains the last of his enormous tankard and smashes it against the head of a nearby soldier, knocking the hapless man to the ground. Then I walloped him just like that, so next time I catch any of you cowards turning tail, I'll skewer you like a fish and leave your guts for the gulls. Suddenly noticing that his drink has gone dry, the bear bellows to the skies. More mead, you yellow-bellied worms! More drink! Bring me my delicious honey mead! Soldiers taking cover nearby exchange nervous glances at each other, not wanting to confront the bear. There is no more honey mead. Bear wipes a strand of drool from his sagging lips and his bleary eyes slowly focuses on you. A mocking smirk splits his face as he waves at you with a great spiked mace. Say now, that's a funny-looking helmet soldier. Ever tell you the time I crushed the bucket-headed barbarians of the Western Mountains? Decide that now is a good time to leave the bear to his ramblings, rather than make yourself an unfortunate prop in his war stories. Bear kicks an empty tankard at you as you retreat back into the camp. That's right, go get me more mead, you good-for-nothing sluggard. There was a chest. How do I get out of here? Is the real question. Hi. Can't go in there, it's the bear's tent. Ah, there's the sergeant. Frenetic-looking officer shouts hurried orders at whoever's willing to listen, but most of the camp soldiers are busy cowering or knocked out cold. Man the gates, you over there, secure the perimeter. We just need to hold out a little longer. Sir, we're running out of men. Where's that damn shipment of honey? Step over an unconscious footman to address the man in charge. I might be able to answer that question. Who let this old bat into the camp? Found your quartermaster. He's having a bit of cart trouble on the road. I'm afraid your shipment isn't going to get here anytime soon. What? Oh, curse my rusty britches. Without that honey and other supplies, we can't make the honey mead. Bear's gonna flatten the whole camp when he finds out. Camp looks half flattened already. What's all this ruckus about? Well, the bear is the greatest warrior there ever was, which is grand and all when we're fighting the enemy, but once we set up camp, he likes to use us poor sods as playthings to reenact his conquests. The only thing the bear loves as much as fighting is drinking. Guzzles up so much honey mead we have to brew it right here in the camp just to keep up. Points to a squat-looking device tucked near some tents, a portable brewery. Without that shipment of ingredients, I don't see how we can ever calm the bear. You'll smash us all into paste before the sun sets. Let me take a look at this brewery of yours. If the brewer is so in love with brawling and boozing, then perhaps it's about time he received a dose of his own medicine. Yeah! You inspect the brass contraption, a tank here, a hopper there. The bitter smell of alcohol is infused into the well-worn metal. Despite the needlessly complicated dials and tubing, at the end of the day, the brewery is really just a fancy cauldron. Seems simple enough. I should be able to concoct just the potion for your troubles. Or else Sergeant shrugs his shoulders at you. Sure, if you think it'll help, but you'll need to feel the darn thing first. Our supplies are a mess. You'll have to figure it out on your own. Okay. You open up to inspect its complicated innards. Twig! So I got the twig. The problem is I need 3 jars of water and a cinder box. Okay, so cinder box I might be able to do. No, I need fireflies. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make some jars and get some water and catch some fireflies. So that'll be enough jars of water. I need to trowel another campfire. Hopefully he doesn't... Yeah. So all these are interconnected. I've got to find the shard in the swamp. Well, that's going to require me to go and do the leech, or at least part of the leech's quest, in order to find the shard, as far as I can tell. Okay, we should have the water, and then I need to make a cinder box. I don't know what that one ingredient is. Rodent lard. Well, whatever. Who cares? We got our cinder box. The heat of a cinder box, you set the stove chamber of the brewery alight. It will bring the tank to a rolling boil. The hiss of steam and the sound of boiling water, the rattling brewery is ready for the next step in the process. Of course, I'll need honey for the mead. The quartermaster said he was coming back from the apiary in the field, so I'd best try there. Then I'll need a proper magical binder and a token of the bear to seal the spell. Something in this camp ought to do the trick. Huh, metamorphosis elixir, torn teddy bear. Oh hey, there's no one blocking the door now. Catch a glimpse of pillaged trinkets, treasures scattered about the spacious interior. Surmise that one of these precious objects might contain enough magical essence to use as a token of the bear. Your eyes have only a moment to linger upon a giant fur-lined bed before a hand pulls the flap door shut. Sergeant gives you a disapproving glance as he ushers you away. You can't go in there. This is the bear's personal tent. You know the kind of hell that would break loose if he finds someone's been snooping? Don't worry, I'll be careful. It seems like your men are keeping him distracted anyway. Glance over at the bear as he tosses aside a soldier like a sack of potatoes. No way, no how. If you think this is bad, just wait until he finds out there's no more honeymead. If you're so afraid of that stomping brute, why don't you just slip away into the night? Surely it would prolong your life a little. And abandon all my friends? We soldiers gotta stick together. It's our only chance. There's only some way to stand up to the bear. Thought seems to cross the sergeant's mind as he notices the potions and baubles hanging about your belt. Say, you're good with magical doodads and what's-its, right? What if you made me some sort of protective charm or talisman? Then I could maybe have a chance against that monster without getting my head stoved in. Make you a protective If I make you a protective talisman, will you let me into this tent? I suppose I wouldn't have much to worry about if you did. Okay. Where is the protective talisman? So I need a metamorphosis elixir, which requires what? Dryad fruit. Huh. We need a wicked gem, which is craftable. Magic paste, which is craftable, and a couple of wickerwork. Alright. Oh, what do I need? Dog hair. Damn. And that takes a dragonfly wing. I'll have to learn how to catch dragonflies. Anyway, that's where we'll stop this one. We're making some progress. It's going to take a bit of time. I'm going to head back to my house, though, to make sure it auto-saves. Home sweet home. Well, I may have a bit of work to do in between episodes just to get some of these resources. I didn't realize they were all going to be quite this connected. In order to take care of the snake, I have to do some things to take on the leech. In order to do that, I've got to do... Yeah, it's all over the place. Anyway, that will be all. We will get back to it, and we will kill somebody next time, damn it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you can see whenever I post anything new. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye!